Hey everyone, welcome to Slater's Wrist Game. Today we're going to do a review of a watch that doesn't get a lot of wrist time, but I do like it. And it's called the Invicta Bolt Hercules Reserve. This is the Shaq version. All right, so this watch is a little bit about, and like I said, this model number is 33414. So let me just show you what it looks like now to give you kind of the history of it. All right, so you can see it here. So basically the Invicta Hercules watch was launched in September of 2019. The Hercules is part of the Bolt collection. And the Bolt, along with the Pro Dive and ShopHQ, is one of the main collections of Invicta. And the Shaq has his own version of this Bolt Hercules. And the Shaq version was launched April of 2020. And that's when I actually bought this watch. So it's a great looking watch. It's very popular. So we'll just go ahead and get out the box and take a closer look at it, because this is a very popular watch. Move this to the side. Well, we can just put it here, doesn't matter. All right, so basically when you look at this watch here, this is, once again, model number 33414. This watch has the Ronda Z60 quartz movement. So Ronda is a Swiss company that's been around about 50 years. They primarily do quartz movements on it, pretty much. So, all right, so just take a closer look here. So a great looking watch. Now, as far as the specs, this is a huge watch. So the case going across here from west to east is 53 millimeter case. It is a huge case. It's a 53 millimeters case. It's actually 58 if you include the crown. In terms of thickness, this watch is 18 millimeters thick. All right. And in terms of lug, the lug actually, as I measured it, the way it's designed, it is a 63 millimeter lug to lug. You do see that the case is curved, so it kind of wraps around your wrist pretty well, so it actually fits very good. All right. This watch is 200 meters water resistance, and the lug width at the top is 32 millimeters. And this watch weighs about a pound, so this is a heavy watch. So this is the only drawback to it. This watch weighs about 15 ounces to a pound with all the links. All right. But now, like I said, taking a closer look at this watch here, you see this watch here has does have a unidirectional bezel with this chain link design. So you see this gold tone chain going through it here. You got this the chain link design also as a part of the lug system here, and it's also the first link also has the first link of the bracelet also has the chain link running through it. So you got the chain on the bezel, the lug system, and the first link of the bracelet. All right, so. And like I said, this watch here measures 32 millimeters across the top for the lug width, and it tapers down to about 25.5 millimeters at the buckle. When you look at the buckle, you see the Invicta wings here. You see the Invicta word here. So you got a sign buckle here. Okay. And one thing I do like on the side, the case is carved with the olive branch design in it on the side. So I do like that. A lot of people compliment me on that. And it is carried over to the other side. So both sides have the olive branch design. The crown has the Invicta Reserve logo. And when you see Invicta Reserve, it pretty much means it's like one of the higher levels of Invicta. Normally it has like a Swiss movement in it. When this crystal is a flame fusion crystal, which is basically a mineral crystal with a thin layer of sapphire on it. The flame fusion crystals are pretty good. You also see the white circular hour markers on the dial. And I do like the watches that have the white circular hour markers, and they hold the lume very well. So every time I see that, I know the lume is pretty good. You see Invicta Reserve Shaq at the top of the 12 o'clock. Like I said, this is the Shaq version of the Invicta Hercules. And this watch has 3 sub dials. The first sub dial here, the 2 o'clock, has your perpetual seconds. The second sub dial here, the 6 o'clock, has your 30 minutes. And the third sub dial, the 10 o'clock, has your day of the week. All right. And right between the 4 and the 5 o'clock, you see your date window. And this watch does have a black mother of pearl dial. And right here at the bottom, you see limited edition on the watch at the 6 o'clock. All right. So I think this watch looks very good. You got the black color with the rose gold. I just think it's a good looking color. You got a screw down crown here. And you got your function pushers on the side. This is a functional chronograph. Works pretty well. All right. And you can see when you look at the bracelet here, you got your H-link design on the bracelet. It is kind of polished in the center. It's brushed on the, it's kind of like a matte finish on the side or a satin finish on the outer links and a polished center link. All right, and when you look at the clasp, it is a deploying clasp, and you see, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me kind of look at it maybe another way. It does have Invicta Reserve on the clasp, and then it has stainless steel. And when you look at the case back here, you see Shaq on the case back. Then you see Reserve Collection, Invicta Reserve Limited Edition, and it's basically signed by Shaq's company. Okay. And it has all the other information like model number and water resistance on the watch. All right, so this is Shaq's first watch with the Invicta company. This watch is very popular, sold out within like 10 minutes of airing on ShopHQ. And I said, let me go ahead and pick this up. So every time they come out a different colorway, it still pretty much almost always sell out. So what I like about the watch, I do like the very unique design. I do like the chain link design. I do like the olive branch on the side of the case. It is a solid watch, but also the only drawback I would say to it is pretty heavy. You can't really wear this watch 8 to 12 hours. You wear it for a few hours somewhere, come home, take it off, put on a lighter watch. So it is a heavy watch, but that's what the people who really like this watch, that's what they like about it. So with a 53mm case and including the crown is 58, this is one of the largest watches, not the largest. I think this is the largest watch I have in my collection. Okay, but it is one of my favorite watches because of the design and the color. So that concludes this video for the night, for the day. Thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate everybody for liking the videos, for commenting and subscribing. I do appreciate that. And I'll bring you guys another watch next week. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.